everyone, this is a demo video on how Ditto helps you maintain your content system and keep it up to date over time as your team is using it. So here I am in Figma, and one of the things Ditto allows you to do is actually give feedback on suggestions. So you can see here, I'm getting the suggestion to use contractions in this message, but in this case, maybe I actually don't want to do that because it's consent language. So what I'm going to do is reject it, and then I'll be able to leave feedback. In this case, something like, don't use contractions for consent language or serious language. And that feedback is actually going to build up over time as everybody across the team is providing it. And I can actually see that by going back into Ditto and now looking at a full style guide. And I can now see bigger picture how this guide is actually doing. So I can see how often rules here are attributed, checked against, accepted, and rejected with like a high level acceptance rate. And that then allows me to actually take action and improve it. So what's cool is that I could come to this rule here, and maybe instead of live being our preferred term, we actually want to reverse it and say active is now the standard. And because Ditto is providing this kind of one connected system across all of the places where your team is working on content, that term change, that updated rule, is actually immediately enforced and governed everywhere. So I'll show an example in Figma. So I'm going to come back into that Figma file, and you can see here that Ditto is automatically suggesting that updated term change. So now instead of live, we want to use the word active. And that same update is going to be available everywhere else immediately. So anywhere your team is working, whether that's Claude Code, Cursor, Figma Make, pull requests, any other tools. Because again, Ditto is functioning as this content system that is serving and kind of governing these your content standards everywhere in all of the different tools. So the idea is that you're not just shipping kind of a content system once and hoping it works. You can actually see how it's doing, have that kind of visibility and observability, and also fix what isn't working, and any of those changes go live everywhere the moment you make them. So ideally, the system is getting better and better the more your team is using it. So that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.